Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Southport in the Premier League and the Europa League semi-final, and that is what today is going to be about. It's a doubleheader up against Chelsea. We do have some league games still to play, which I'll kind of quickly run through in just a second. So we've got 3 games left of the regular season to play in the Premier League, and we are still somehow in the top 4, and weirdly, we're now 4 points clear of everybody else. And when I say everybody else, I mean literally 3 teams on 60 points. Manchester United, Arsenal and Chelsea all on 60. We are on 64. We've played 2 matches in between episodes. And let's just say we got extremely lucky against Liverpool because we didn't drop any points. We started with a 2-0 victory against Aston Villa. Our 6th, technically, 2-0 victory in a row. It was Everard and Dele Alli with the goals in this one. Remember Dele Alli? We signed him in January. He's been playing occasionally. He just can't play in the Europa League. We then played Liverpool, and when I say we didn't drop any points, we dropped 2 points. We should have dropped more. We should have lost this game, but we didn't. We got lucky. A 0-0 draw against title-chasing Liverpool. A Merseyside derby nonetheless. Keeps our unbeaten run now going all the way from the 9th of March, where we lost against Chelsea, our opponents today in the Europa League semi-final. It's going to be a tough episode. Without further ado then, let's play the first leg against Chelsea. Away from home at Stamford Bridge. The other semi-final is Juve and Spurs. If Spurs go through and we go through, we will be playing in the Miro Butic derby in the Europa League final, which I kind of want to happen, although I genuinely fancy my chances against Juve. So we've got to get past Chelsea first. Let's see if we can do that. The starting lineup then for the Chelsea game will be pretty standard. It's Varro in goal, Mercia, Mendes, Hanford and Milosevic as our back four. Konate, McKennie and Tommy Doyle in the middle of the pitch. Tommy Doyle has been absolutely bloody ridiculous in the Europa League this season, so he's getting another chance. Tilger, Saulo and Everard will be our front 3. Saulo has just come back from a small injury, so I'm hoping he's fine enough to play. We don't have Cornioli on the bench, which is something I probably should have done. Not a bad team talk, Colo. Good job. If we win the Europa League, I think Cornioli and Valkovic will get winners' medals because they've played. I might need to make sure Valkovic gets another game because I'm not sure exactly how it works. 15 minutes on the clock and Chelsea have the ball deep in Southport territory. Liang Yi gets tackled and then dodges a second tackle, actually keeps going, tries to dink it over. That's a penalty. What are you doing, Tommy Doyle? What are you actually doing? That was 2 fouls that you did and then conceded a penalty as well. So 3 fouls in a row. Havertz up against Varro. Varro goes the right way, and the Serbian goalkeeper has done the job, saved Tommy Doyle, who I have just literally praised to say he's doing absolutely amazing, and then he balls it up. Tilger heads the ball clear from the corner. Montelaro's been pushed over by Konate. What are we doing here? We are going to see the free kick as well. They've picked up 2 yellow cards early on. Liang Yi with the free kick. Milosevic heads clear, not far enough. Milenkovic-Savic, I believe that is. Esposito into the penalty area. Milosevic with a good tackle. That shuts them up. Right, we're half hour in. Tommy Doyle is not doing so hot. Not a lot is really going on. James has thrown to Paulo Henrique. Back to James. I think this is probably the 3rd or 4th time we've played Chelsea on camera this season, isn't it? Intercepted by Mendes. Aurelian Everard plays it across. Saulo, who is not match fit at all, is he? Look at his condition. Crosses the ball. Tommy Doyle's at the back. Save yourself, my friend. Crosses it in. Tries to find Saulo. Can't manage it. Back to Mercia. Mercia needs to find some space. Konate, we're going the wrong way now, everybody. We're going the wrong way. Tommy Doyle. We've got Milosevic with acres and acres of space. If somebody would like to use him. There we go. Tilger in on goal. Damien Tilger has made it 1-0 in the Europa League semi-final away from home. So that's an away goal because I'm pretty sure those things still count. We are beating Chelsea. A Europa League final it may well be on the cards. This is a very dirty game of football. There's been 6 bookings already in this match. We're 35 minutes in, and there's been 6 bookings. There's been a penalty that's been saved. We've obviously scored the opening goal of the game as well. Chelsea coming forward with the ball. Liang Yi, who seems to have swapped sides actually. He's now moved on to the right-hand side. Paulo Henrique, he's going to run towards the defence. Crosses it in. Kai Havertz is there. And an immediate response from Chelsea. But we have that away goal. Something to cling on to. Half-time then. It is 1-1. Tilger with our goal. Havertz with their goal. But there has been 7 bookings. We've got 4. Nope, there's been 9 bookings. We've got 4, they've got 5. What a dirty game of football this is. There is a red card happening in this match. Probably should have brought off Tommy Doyle at half-time, but Weston McKennie is actually playing worse. So I'm not sure whether it's a good idea to keep Doyle on. Medisa's just ran through our entire team. Saulo's got the ball clear, but not far enough. It's James. Across. Gravenberch doesn't get there. Now Tommy Doyle can break, who has picked up one of the many yellow cards that have been dished out in this game. Doyle keeps going down the right-hand side. Keeps going. Tommy Doyle has gone all the way. He really should have passed it because he is not a striker. It's a weird performance. Weston McKennie's dropping down to a 6.3. I think that's McKennie's game done, which is a worry because Tommy Doyle's going to get sent off at some point. Both of our wingers are booked. Mendes is booked. Wang is going to return from his injury in the Europa League semi-final. So hopefully we don't concede another. Hopefully, if it stays 1-1, that's not a bad result. Final 20 minutes, we've got ourselves a free kick. I'm going to give him a get creative to see whether we can actually do something. Literally, we've had about 2 highlights in the second half. Mendes with the ball to Canate, forward to Saulo. Saulo probably should be off the pitch by this point, but he's probably one of our best players. Montelaro intercepts the pass, and now Chelsea can possibly counter-attack. Milenkovic-Savic all the way back to the goalkeeper, Correa. He's got 2 Southport players closing him down. It's a great clearance as well from the goalkeeper. Havertz, the Chelsea goalscorer, loses out to Tommy Doyle. Montelaro goes for a slide tackle. That's a very risky thing to do with a yellow card. Doyle finds Tilger. Tilger can run into the space. Evrard is there. Aurelian Evrard really should have slotted that into the opposite corner. It's still 1-1. Everard's coming off. We're going to try Barriero as our striker for the final 15 minutes of the game. He is a wonder kid. He is actually good at football. Liang Yi with a free kick for Chelsea. Towards Esposito. Medisa is there. And Chelsea have taken the lead. Lorenzo Medisa with the goal. That's harsh. I think we've done enough to do well. To get a point. I say a point. It's a cup game, isn't it? It's not really a point. 6 minutes left to play. James's throw to Havertz. Can we steal this away? Come on, buddy. Steal it away. Don't manage to do it. Esposito on that left-hand side. He's got Milosevic. Milosevic with some company. Doyle and Hanford managed to combine themselves to get the ball clear. Milenkovic-Savic, though, sends it straight back towards them. Tilger across to Doyle. Over the top. It's Barriero. Come on, buddy. The super sub Barriero. He's gone for the opposite corner, which is what Aurelian Evrard should have done earlier, but he's hit it just wide. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to play. We've got a potential chance. Milosevic with the free kick over the top. Barriero's going to get on the end of that. It's an identical chance, and Barriero why did he pass that? He just passed that straight to the goalkeeper. Still some time. 92 minutes. I think Chelsea are technically down to 10 men as well because Reece James is currently off the pitch injured. Martinez to Esposito. I think we've got another sub to use, but I don't really want to use it because there's so little time left to play. Montelaro runs towards the centre circle. Muller, who's just come on the pitch by the looks of it. Esposito gets past Milosevic, goes for goal, hits it well wide. 3 minutes of injury time to play. It's looking like Chelsea are going to win this game, but this tie is most definitely not over. Also, in the next match, Mendes, Doyle, Tilger and Saulo could find themselves missing a final if they get suspended. They're bloody idiots. Juve have beaten Spurs in the other semi-final first leg, 4-1 in the end, but Spurs do have that away goal, so if it's 3-0... at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, or whatever it's called nowadays, then Spurs will still go through. We need to beat Chelsea 1-0 at our stadium, and we will also go through. So it is all very much still to play for. We do have to return to league action in a moment, so I'm going to play Southampton off camera. We'll then return for the second leg against Chelsea. I just want to get to the Europa League final now. I just want that final. I don't care where we finish in the league. Well, the Premier League game against Southampton didn't go too well. And I will probably have to take the blame for it myself. Basically, we kind of played a rotated side against Southampton because of fitness concerns. I thought, let's try and go for the Europa League rather than the winning in the league, basically. So there were a fair few number of less regular players playing, shall we say. We lose 2-1. Evrard did score in the 88th minute, but that was about it. We also did 5 yellow cards, picked up 5 yellow cards in that game, which is actually... one more than what we got against Chelsea. Let's go and play Chelsea. Before we do, actually, let's have a quick look at the league table. We are still 4th because even though we lost, everyone else apart from Arsenal also lost at the same time. So Arsenal, who were playing Sheffield United, beat them 2-1, so they closed the gap. They are still 1 point behind us with 2 games left. Manchester United lose to Manchester City. Chelsea lose their game against Newcastle Watford, I think, won their game, so they did kind of close the gap, so they're still somewhat in this. So yeah, they beat Bournemouth 3-0. So they are still kind of in this little chasing group. They can still technically catch us, but they need to hope that we don't pick up any more points until the end of the season, and they win everything, and Arsenal, Man United and Chelsea also don't pick up any points. I don't think Watford are finishing fourth. Right then, Chelsea, who are inconsistent actually. They are, the only game they've won in their last 5 was against us. They lost against Leipzig, they drew with Sheffield United, lost against Manchester United and Newcastle. They beat us 2-1. We have lost 2 on the spin though. We need to turn this around. We need to score a goal. So the second leg then starts with Varro in goal, Mercia, Mendes, Hanford and Milosevic as the back 4. Kanate, Wang and McKennie in the middle of the pitch today. Tommy Doyle does drop to the bench. Tilger, Saulo and Evrard will be our front 3. We do have Adrian Valkovic on the bench. He's got 1 goal in 1 appearance in the Europa League, an average rating of an 8.3. He's rubbish. He might come on anyway. We just need a goal. We just need 1 goal. If we can score 1 goal against Chelsea and not concede, we will go through on away goals. I have realised that I didn't pay attention to the yellow card situation. So if somebody gets booked who's already booked, they will miss the final. We've blocked the first cross. Saulo has the ball deep in our half. Forward, finds Wang, the Chinese international who's missed a lot of football recently through injury. Damien Tilger in on goal. Tilger's effort is just gently placed into Correa's hands. That could have been the opening goal. Free kick for Liang Yi for Chelsea. Thales Magno, lots and lots of space for the striker, but lots and lots of Southport players closing him down. Saulo has the ball from Everard's tackled and clearance. Saulo's going to run towards goal, isn't he? He needs some options in the middle. Weston McKennie's one, has a shot, hits the defender. Liang Yi can clear the ball upfield, but we're hopefully going to get it back towards the Chelsea goal. Mercia running directly on that touchline. Can he cross it in? He doesn't actually. Plays it to McKennie on the floor. To Saulo. Saulo across. Doesn't find a single Southport player. This is a strange highlight. There's a goal happening here. Montalaro with the ball to Kamara. Gravenberch. And now they can finally clear the ball upfield. Milosevic has it, and it's gone all the way back to our goalkeeper. What is this highlight? I know we've had some decent chances, so something is definitely highlight-worthy here. Wang with the ball. Plays it on the ground. Aurelien Everard in on goal. He has to score. He does score. Aurelien Everard has put us technically in front on aggregate goal difference, away goals against Chelsea. If it stays this way, we're in a Europa League final. Corner for Liang Yi for Chelsea. Do not score a goal, Chelsea. If you score a goal, that is the worst possible outcome from any highlight, actually, that Chelsea have. Kamara has the ball to Kai Havertz, who scored against us in the first leg. Kamara and Havertz passing. Montalaro, Gravenberch makes a bit of space for himself. Goes off to the right-hand side, gets past Mercia. Varro makes the save. It's going to be a corner for Chelsea. Just 12 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Liang Yi's gone over to take it. It's going to be towards the back post. The header clear from Mendes. The highlight ends, thankfully. Liang Yi with a free kick this time for Chelsea on that left-hand side. Mendes clears. Everard just puts his boot behind it to get it upfield, but doesn't find a Southport player. Would have been nice if Saulo could get on the end of it. Martinez forward to, who was that? Paulo Henrique gets past his man with relative ease, goes for a long-range curling effort, but it goes wide, well wide of Varro's post. Chelsea are looking good, but obviously we have that goal. Gravenberch with the ball. Lots and lots of space for the Dutchman to run into. He's going to go all the way as he goes for a very long-range effort. Not the best chance from Gravenberch. It's still 1-0 to Southport. Konate with a free kick, 25 minutes on the clock. It's gone over everybody. Everard was unmarked at the back post. How does he not score these chances? 10 minutes left of the first half. We are still 1-0 up. I'm thinking we might need to do a change. Maybe Saulo off at half-time. Although, do we just stick with what we're doing? Half-time, we are 1-0 up. We have 1 foot in the final at the moment. But a Chelsea goal will kick us extremely hard if they score. Also, Spurs are still 4-1 down on aggregate against Juve. So it's looking like it's going to be Juve in the final. Whoever comes out on top between Southport and Chelsea. I've done no changes. I've risked it. I've done no changes. Mercy is not having a good game. Neither is Saulo. Long-range chance from Paulo Henrique is saved by Varro. It's an early corner for Chelsea. Just 3 minutes on the clock in the second half. Montalaro steps up to take it. Hanford heads it clear. Weston McKennie, the old man of the side, can get it upfield. And now Saulo can possibly break on that left-hand side. He's not had a good game so far. He's been tackled by Modisa. He's not having a good game at all, is he? We don't really have anyone who can come on as that left winger either. I guess we could put Barriero on as a striker. and then move Everard to be the left winger. Both our wingers are playing badly. Right, we need to change something. We need to change Saulo off Valk. Oh, why am I doing this? Why is that an option that I'm considering? It's happening, isn't it? It's happening. Right, remember this point in the video. That's the moment where we lost. I'm also probably going to bring off Tilga as well for Itabel, because Tilga's on a 6.5. Nothing's happening in the second half, which is actually quite a good thing. 10 minutes left to play, and we possibly have a highlight. Milosevic with the ball. He's going to run forward. Kanate back to Milosevic. Kanate again. Lovely ball to Milosevic. What are you doing? It hits the corner flag. Crosses in. Tilga's there. Not going to get it. Kanate in on goal. Valkovic, do it, my friend. He's hit the bar. Valkovic nearly done something special again. Valkovic is the greatest footballer on the planet Earth. We've got 5 minutes. Tilga's coming off. Itabel's coming on. We are dropping. I'm going to keep positive. I don't want to change anything. We're doing all right. I'm going to do another sub in just a second. Is this a free kick for us? It is. I'm pretty sure this is Kanate stepping up. Long-range curling effort from the Ivorian and Frenchman. Hits the wall. Wang's not going to get there. Weston McKennie does, though. McKennie to Kanate, back to Hanford. Lots of yellow cards, so we might miss a number of players in the final. Milosevic controls it. Valkovic is at the back post. Valkovic is there. And Adrian Valkovic. 2 games in the Europa League. 2 goals in the Europa League. We're in a flipping final because of the smallest ginger left back in the world. He's the greatest footballer you'll ever see. He's the greatest. I can't believe that. I forgot to do my subs. I'll do my final sub now. We're in a Europa League final. McKennie's coming off for Tommy Doyle. It's a Europa League final because of a 5'3" left back who played as a left winger and scored probably the winning goal. It has to be the winning goal. If Chelsea score now, this is going to extra time. Don't do this now. We've got a minute left to play. Paulo Henrique's 1-on-1 with the keeper. It takes a deflection. Varro manages to save the ball. Hold on to this for the rest of time, Varro. Throws it out to Tommy Doyle. Counter-attack. Counter-attack could be on. Or not. Or what are we doing? Why are we still playing positive? This is the time to shut up shop. Gravenberch to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the substitute. On the right, crosses it in. It's a Montelaro header from the front post. But it goes wide. We've got 10 seconds. Just lump it into the corner. Do anything. Just kick it upfield. Hanford with the ball. Milosevic. Milosevic gets tackled. I don't think he cares. Blow the whistle, referee. Blow the goddamn whistle. We are 17 seconds over the 94. A Europa League final is about to happen because of my favourite ever signing. He's the worst footballer you'll ever see. And he's done it again. Varro, get it upfield. The full-time whistle goes. It's a flipping Europa League final because of this. This man has done the absolute best work in the Europa League you will ever see. Absolute best work. 2 games, 2 goals. We're in a Europa League final. And it's Spurs. It's against Spurs. They do win on away goals. What a second half performance that is from Spurs. It's the Miro Butic derby in the Europa League final at the Aviva Stadium, which I think is it's in Ireland, isn't it? It is in the Republic of Ireland. Oh my word. How have we done this? We can finish 4th and win the Europa League. What is going on with the world? £2.06 million goes into the bank. We've booked our place at the Aviva Stadium to play Spurs after losing the first leg. Adrian Valkovic. I played him because I want to know if he's any good. He is great. It's just his attributes just don't show it, do they? So then, we do have to play Spurs on the 29th of May. Before then, we have Wolves and we have Everton. We're going to have 2 more episodes of this season to play. We're going to see every single game between now and the end of the season. Next episode will be Wolves. Then we will have the Europa League final. And we will also have, I guess, an end-of-season roundup. And hopefully, we've got 2 chances to get in the Champions League now. 2 chances to get into the Champions League. And 1 chance to win a European competition at our first ever time of asking. Thank you very much for watching this bloody ridiculous episode of Football Manager 2020 with Southport. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with more Football Manager. First of all in the league, and then in the next episode, the Europa League final. I'll see you next time.